Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Aha. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com with Mike and Jay. Shalom, baby. Hello, Jay.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Jay.
How are you?
Very good. This post-Easter day.
Yeah, it seems like we've been off for a while, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not long enough, but
Yeah.
does feel like it.
Especially since we had Dave Landau in on our last non-best of show.
Yes.
It does seem like a while since the three of us have just done a show.
Yeah, just sat here together and thrown it around the horn a little bit. Yeah, God, he was great.
He is great. We got
he was
really good feedback from listeners as well. I think people really like him. He's a likable guy.
He is a very likable guy. How was your Easter? Did you get shorn? Yeah, were you?
I've been shorn for a couple weeks now. If you've noticed,
Yeah.
you probably haven't, but
I have,
yeah,
but
been keeping it pretty tight.
do you have to do that for church and stuff when you go to? Do you guys do the midnight mass or any of that
No,
stuff?
that's Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Easter's about Easter morning.
So this was Jesus' birthday we were celebrating yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait, it was
Death
the date,
and resurrection, Mike.
It was the date he came in hot to. Where did he come in hot? Jerusalem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
when
not
he came in, it was flipping tables and shit.
your favorite Bible story.
Yeah, when they were selling like fridge magnets with Jesus on it, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Enough.
And he got
Not
all
in the
pissed off.
synagogue.
Yeah.
No, that's not why I'm shorn. I don't know. I'm going through a phase here, keeping
Yeah.
it tight.
Midlife crisis, perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah. How was the family for Easter? Did you guys paint eggs?
Yeah,
Did you
man.
hide eggs?
I guess I washed most of it off, but I had the post-Easter kind of dye on my fingers
Yeah.
and thumbs, you know.
What do they use? Do they still use the same stuff from when we were
Paz
kids?
and Dudley's, dude.
Paz.
Paz.
P-A-A-S. Paz.
P-A-A-S. You're right. And then Dudley, which I think is probably the same company, but they're just like creating like this conflict in the market.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, well, if you don't like just the standard look of this box, look over here where we have a bunny on this box, and maybe you'll go for that.
I would go pause all day long. It reminds me of my
tried and
childhood.
true. Tried
Yeah,
and true.
Absolutely. I love that little metal ring thing you got.
Yep.
And
Those
you
still exist.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Why
mean,
build a better mousetrap?
Exactly right.
You know what I don't like, though, is those fucking stickers.
Yeah, the stickers kind of suck.
Ugh.
I'm kind of partial to the wax crayon, you know, just the clear.
What?
The clear crayon that you draw on the egg and then you put it in the dye and the wax like stays, so the dye doesn't go where you've written.
That's interesting.
Kind of
I've
an
never heard of that.
invisible ink.
Wow, I've never
partial
heard
to
of
that.
this one.
But yeah, we did the egg thing. We did the egg search, the egg hunt, I guess you'd call it. And we did church. We did Paul and Marge. Procured
very
some
good.
paper products from Paul, so that was good. We're all set.
Excellent. Are we going to see you? I remember last year, I believe, for about a month or a couple weeks, you would come over with various colored eggs.
Yeah, I've got 3 in the fridge
Do
right
you?
now. Yeah. That little sweet pie goes a little overboard. Tiny girl!
Tiny girl. Did they get candy in baskets too?
They did, yep.
Yeah, so they get kale, like jelly beans and stuff.
I did see some Smart Pop bags in there, so that's like, popcorn, like more healthy choice, I guess.
That stuff is good. I can eat 4 bags of those in one sitting.
Yeah, that's I think what they recommend.
Yeah.
That's how you do that.
So good.
By the way, speaking of that, you look thinner. Isis, does he look thinner?
Yeah, for sure. I actually was going to say
I
something.
almost said 100%, but
Well, no, I was going to say 100% that yes, he does. Like, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
Miguel's been. Is it the personal chef? Is it?
Yeah,
I have figured that's what it probably is.
personal chef is helping a lot. However, that fucking moron just
What'd she
sucks,
forget?
dude. Texas toast. What is so hard? Why can I not get fucking Texas toast? And then she sends me this goddamn, absolutely scrumptious pulled chicken thing, you know, with some guac, and it's like, oh, this is gonna fucking be awesome. Once again, no sour cream, not a single tortilla. It's like, how am I supposed to eat this? What do you do with that?
Fork, I think.
Ugh.
Well, you can't have it
whatever
both
you want.
ways. I would say
Infuriating.
that. And I trust me, I'm in the same boat now. But like, you can't have it both ways, unfortunately.
Well,
I mean,
Well,
if you want us to
something's
say you look
working.
good, if you want us to say you look good,
Whether it's
Thanks,
those,
then you need
I
to
appreciate that.
then you need to eat the crap food. Unfortunately.
yeah, whether it's the food or the few walks out to the mailbox, whatever it is, Mike, keep doing
Yeah.
it because it's working.
well, I've got a treadmill that's being delivered soon.
Is that right?
Yeah, our Marine buddy Chris Cracchiola.
Uh-huh.
He texted me. He's like, "Dude, do you know anyone that wants a treadmill or an elliptical?" I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." And so he's like, "I already got it loaded up, dude. I'll bring it over." And he's got to move a bunch of shit. He's like, "I got some kettlebells, some weights. If you want those." I'm like,
Or
"Yeah, no,
Kettlebells.
yeah, that's what.
Either one.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want those. I don't even know what they are. Are they the ones like
They're very heavy.
curling rocks?
Sort of. I guess they sort of look like that.
Yeah.
Or not.
Do
They're-
you want some?
He's already been in contact with Gab, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're going to have Crack over here before he leaves.
Yeah. When's he leaving?
I don't know. I thought maybe you would know since you've been communicating with him.
Yeah, well, I know he's back in town. He's probably got to go off to kill a bunch of, foreigners.
Yeah, he's
soon.
never real clear on that. He just
Yeah.
kind of goes, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, good. Foreigners are dying.
Yeah, see what his next mission is. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Crack's out murdering again. Cool.
Mhm.
With his buddies. How fun. It's like real life video games.
Yeah. It's kind of
So-
like a tomcat. Then he comes back, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
good.
And he's got better stories than when he left.
Right.
It's awesome. Yeah, I have lost a few pounds. I've been fat shamed without mercy for 3 years now.
At least.
I still don't know why homos that listen to this show are worried about what another dude looks like.
I don't
but
think they are. I don't think they
They're
are.
very, very concerned
Mike,
about what
I think
look
it's
like.
all about getting goats, and I think your goat's gotten.
They're not getting my goat.
Well,
They're not getting my goat.
I think
I'm
it's
just
gotten.
telling you right
I
now.
think there is something to that, dude, because they all call me a homo all the time, and I don't walk around like worrying that I don't want to suck a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I don't go home going, God damn, are they?
I don't
right?
know
Do
if you
wanna-"
have a goat though, E.
That's a problem. Yeah, that's
If you
true.
don't have a goat, they can't get it.
maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe that's a
At
good
least
point.
have a goat. So, how was your Easter, Easus?
Good.
Yeah.
Sure.
How are the Fadies? Well, to quite well.
Well to quite well.
Good.
What do we do? Did we do
Ham.
hams?
Definitely at ham, right?
Yeah, we had ham. My mom just does what is it? She just does the.
you
I'm
got
sure, she
this.
doesn't make it anymore. Like she doesn't go and carve a turkey anymore.
Oh,
You
the
go
honey
honey
baked?
baked or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Or
Lazy.
Dearborn, whatever it is.
Yeah,
right?
it's
Hi,
good
Mrs.
though,
Fade.
man.
Good morning.
It's freaking good and it's easy, so I don't blame her, and I like it, so whatever.
Did you do au gratin potatoes?
No, we do cheesy potatoes, is what we do. We
Okay.
did have Mongoloid Aaron Rodgers and my sister over, and then like his aunt, I guess. Like I've never.
Every time
met,
I see that guy's face, it's just the perfect nickname.
Yeah, it is.
Because it is so true.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and then
the
his,
eyes. It's all in the eyes.
Yeah.
right, and then his aunt, which I've never really met.
Mongoloid
much
Aaron
of-
Rodgers' aunt came over?
Yeah,
How random is
Wow.
that you're sitting at Easter, Isis, with this dude's aunt,
I
right?
know. I understand.
Also, it's just a weird social situation. I've thought about that a lot as I'm over with Gab's family and extended
Right, she's
family
just
off
some
the other
person.
end, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm spending like the greatest holiday here, Christmas, my favorite holiday of all times,
Yeah.
and I've got to sit here and talk to this lady. Like,
Yeah.
how did this happen? How did the universe
always awkward,
just spit
too.
this out? Like,
Yeah. Well, it's family. And
Sure.
the conversations are the ones that get me, where it's like, so you're still doing a talk show thing? You're still doing a podcast, is it called? It's like, yeah.
at least you have that.
Yeah, we're still doing that. So, how's that going for you? Great. It's going great.
See, I guess you know what's funny? Like,
What's the
again,
name of it? I'm going to listen. No, you're not. We've had this conversation for 4 years in a row. You're not. I don't even want to tell you anymore. Don't bother.
It's on from 2 to 4 on AM.
What time does it air?
Yeah.
What frequency can I find it on the dial?
See, I think the thing is, like, it's a grass is always greener thing, because I've grown up around a lot of family controversy to the point where we don't.
Please elaborate.
Well, no, we
Controversy?
don't have family dinners. Like our holidays are immediate family. It's my brother, my sister.
So you'd rather involve more?
I would
like,
love
come on
to-
in,
honestly-
Mongoloid Aaron Rodgers' aunt.
Well, if you were, I actually.
Okay, what
wish
was her
we could
name?
I don't.
See,
Oh, shit.
see, that doesn't even. So she's just deflecting from conversation that goes around the horn. Typically, what is it?
No, I'm saying that I'd rather have a. I would
It's not
rather
like you
have
spent
a
time
bigger-
with her.
I know, but I don't mind. Like when I went to my family reunion 2 years, like last summer, I think it was, or whatever, for the first time in years that I'd seen family, and I enjoyed seeing everybody and talking to them. Now,
Oh, that's right.
do I
That's when
want-
you discovered your hot cousin, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
you wanted to
that's
bang.
true.
Yes.
That's true.
So wait a minute. Let's rewind a second and dissect Mongoloid Aaron Rodgers' aunt really quick, because it seems like as a solo, it seems like a weird addition to the
If
table.
it was his mom, right?
Yeah, but
His mom and dad are in Florida, so
There's got to be a reason why one straggler aunt.
It's bizarre, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's very bizarre.
I guess
mean,
think
was
about
there?
it, yeah.
You sure it wasn't his mom?
No, I have met his mom one time at the airport. They picked for some weird situation.
Irrelevant.
So yeah,
I just want to make sure it wasn't his mom.
yeah.
Like, was there an uncle that decided not to come?
well, I
or-
think she was divorced.
Oof. Recently?
I don't know.
I mean, was
but
this
she
a
mentioned-
charity? Was
she-
this a charity invite?
She mentioned an ex-husband, so
Could you immediately tell why they were estranged? Like, was
No.
she just awful?
She didn't stop yapping the whole
no. Actually,
time.
she was really cool. She seemed really nice.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what happened. I certainly didn't.
Would you bang her?
No, but
I mean, let's just get down to the
Yeah,
nitty-gritty.
yeah.
No,
Brass
I
tacks.
would-
How old
would
was
not.
she? Roughly. Late 40s?
No,
50s?
I would say 50s
Okay.
ish.
But that doesn't take her
Little
out of the
bit high.
bangability.
No, God, no, not with my recent track record either. So I mean,
Yeah, you had a goal of getting laid once this year. We're almost halfway through.
right?
You have you hit? Oh,
You
Oh,
son of a
fuck.
bitch.
oh! I forgot, Jay. I forgot to tell you something. I have some news for you.
Is that right?
Isis did get laid.
What? What?
Oh boy, Isis circled, and we don't want to out people, so we'll just
Bag up.
we'll just say she's a lovely woman from Out Lemons.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
Really? The same one? On? From Out Lemons?
He circled back. He was so yes. He let this slip when drunk at comedy.
Well, no, the problem is I let it slip because I've been telling it as a joke, but I don't tell you guys. I haven't told
Yes,
it to you
that's
guys.
right. You told it on stage, and I was like, "What?"
I will tell you, if I'm more honest on stage doing comedy than I am even on this show. I say stuff on the on
Well, you're a
comedy
proven
that I
liar
don't.
here.
I know.
Yeah.
So when did this happen, Isis?
I don't know. What was it? Late January or one of the times I was house sitting the Kennedys.
So
Oh,
a
no,
one-time
you-
occurrence?
Yeah, it was it.
Did you bring her over to the Kennedys?
I did. I did.
Oh, did the Kennedys know?
That is irresponsible.
Where did this take place? In a bedroom or?
Yeah, just
Mr. and Mrs. Kennedy's bed?
no. They have like 5 bedrooms in that house, so it was not in anyone's. Although no one, the kids don't live there anymore, so that doesn't really
It's
matter.
like
but
fucking high school. Oh, I'm watching this
Yeah.
house. Come over so I can
Yeah,
bang
well, you know what?
Like,
That's
this
what I
is
got
nuts,
right now.
man.
So
I know.
that's
Isn't it
what
hilarious?
38-year-old man.
I understand, but that's what I got right now. So
Yeah, you're playing the cards you were dealt. I don't
so
blame you for that.
What was I supposed to do?
So where did you finish then?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Like on the carpet?
Well, I wear condoms, Mike. So so I guess it finished in the condom.
A prophylactica. Jimmy, probably a good movie.
Yeah, a scumbag, if you will.
Definitely a good move.
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely I had not talked to her in a long time. I will say that what happened was she reached out to me on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
And I was if I had not been house sitting the Kennedys, I had a place to go. I probably would have just been like, she was a nut. But I was sitting there and I'm like,
God,
oh,
man.
I know it's good. Well, I know.
Did
but
either or both of you feel great shame during any part of this?
I feel shame during the whole time. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah.
How long
Yeah.
did you last? Was it a good set? Were you
No,
proud of the outing
No,
you
I was
had?
not proud of the effort.
Oh no,
No,
what
not a
happened?
while.
What did you
I don't know, just not
not terribly happy with the
not a great stamina effort, I suppose.
Well
A little
put.
faster than probably would have most.
Thank
both
God you
parties.
had the foreplay beforehand to really get her going.
Yeah,
so that-
sure.
That's what he really specializes in, right?
yeah.
I don't know,
going
man. I
down.
wasn't even going to talk about it. So
Yeah, but here we are. So.
yeah, you are bringing it up.
So,
Yeah,
so
no,
when
I-
you say the stamina was an issue, are we talking like less than a minute or?
No, that's jeez.
And how do you know she didn't like it? Did she go, oh,
I don't know. I just
Glad I
assumed.
drove over here.
Well, I had to pick her up and then drop her off the next day.
She stayed the night with you.
slept with her?
Kinda. I don't sleep very well anyway.
There was
so
no
I kinda-
morning coitus.
No, God, no.
So you made her breakfast and then took her home.
Oh no, it was just crazy. I gotta get going. So
Sorry for that little detour, Jay. I meant to tell you that a while ago and I forgot. Plum forgot.
Shit.
yeah, I forgot what even more of a nut that she was than I even remembered. But I don't know at the time.
Why? What was she doing? Sticking fingers in your butt or something?
No, just like weirdo.
Hey, check out the DetroitCast listener business page. It's a page under the Help the Show
Hi,
tab on our
Mrs. Fady, by the
website,
way.
DetroitCast.com. The page includes businesses that are owned by listeners. Take a look. It'd be great to support the supporters of the show. And this week's featured listings are Arnold Roofing, free estimates, licensed and insured. They serve Southeast Michigan. They specialize in roofing and gutters. Their end game is customer satisfaction. What a great time of year to contact Arnold Roofing. Call Betsy over there today. She's a listener. Also, Dustin over at Dustin's Mowing and Grounds. They serve Oakland and Livingston counties. They landscape. Now's the time to landscape. You want to get on their list to redo your landscaping. Call Dustin today. He does commercial, residential. You will notice a difference with Dustin's Mowing and Grounds.
Well, Easter has come and gone. Why do they do the Easter egg roll at the White House on the Monday, like today? What's that?
Oh, really?
All about?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, what's going on today? I had no
Yeah, you
idea.
think they want to do that Friday or something, right?
Yeah,
Saturday? I don't know. Sunday? Easter?
Anytime. Yeah,
Any day but the day after Easter.
yeah. It seems like a total waste. I mean, I don't know, whatever. But
Do you remember me mentioning that?
Mrs. Fady did that.
My mom was a part of the.
She had her
the
big
role.
spoon, right? You have to have a
Yes.
big spoon.
yeah, wooden spoon.
Nana was there.
God, it just looks like
Well,
like-
they were late. I think they went, but they were late. But they still were. They have a picture of them on the lawn
Yeah.
of the White House, but they missed the actual role.
God, how starved for entertainment are you as a kid? It's like, yep, I'm gonna roll a hard-boiled egg with a wooden spoon.
Yeah, what's the concept? You go from point A to B, and it's a
Yeah.
race. There's a grand
like,
winner. If you're
it's
not
like-
first, you're last. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's like bowling alley lanes, just strung off, and then you've got a wooden spoon, and it's a little bit of a hill, and you take a hard-boiled egg and you just like roll your hard-boiled egg.
And then
with a
when you
wooden
get there,
spoon.
you get what? Honor, adulation.
I imagine now everybody gets a participation
Yeah.
ribbon. Back in the day, it's probably like guy that won it got a medal,
Yeah.
and then everyone else just got shamed
Okay.
without mercy. Anytime I think of like the Easter egg roll, I can't help but think of Hillary Clinton when Bill was the governor of
Right.
Arkansas. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Easter egg something or other they had like a?
I think it was. They had an Easter egg roll on the governor's lawn, Arkansas, and,
Yeah.
and she famously exclaimed, "What? When are all these retards going to get out of here?"
It was for special needs kids and it might have been an Easter egg hunt, which seems unfair to special needs kids. But yeah, she's up on the balcony like, when are they get these retards off the lawn? It's like, yeah, that's what I would expect from Hillary Clinton. Anyway, I had no idea how far this went back though. 1878.
Yeah, you know when there's just something dumb and pointless like that, it has to go back way, 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 way back.
But
Because they'd have tweaked this, right? They'd have gone, no, this is stupid. We're not doing this in
Yeah.
1970, right? If they're starting it then, it would have been something better.
Probably, you would think, but it turned out it was because kids were such assholes. Like the Victorian kids were just animals, and so so they say like, today kids like do the bottle flipping and they try to get the thing to land.
Yeah.
Right. So do your kids do that? I
passe,
imagine.
dude. It's-
Yeah, or the
was
spinners,
2 years ago, man.
whatever. You know what I mean, though. Like,
Yeah.
whatever the game of the day is. This was the kids back then, 1870s. This was their game, and so they would do this for hours, rolling hard-boiled eggs with a fucking wooden spoon, and on Capitol grounds.
The challenge is to keep it straight, right? Because it's orb-like, and so it wobbles back and forth. It's not perfect round, so it doesn't go straight, and it wants to go left, it wants to go right.
Yes,
Is that
but
the
how-
trick?
I mean, it's not going that fast. You could stop it.
I would agree
Switching
with you.
lanes. I mean, I don't know, dude. So this is going on the Capitol grounds, and so they're like, all right, enough of these fucking kids tearing up the lawn. So they passed legislation in 1876 to kick these fucking, as they say, these kids off the lawn. So the rapscallions, as they call them, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to write
Yeah,
that one.
right, jot that one down. Rapscallions.
Rapscallion.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming that's shitty kids. Showed up.
Rabble-rousers.
These rapscallions showed up at the White
Scoundrels.
House, and this is crazy to me. This is why this is interesting, because they're like, Congress won't let us go on the Capitol grounds anymore. This is bullshit. So they go and they knock on the White House door and talk to President Hayes, and they're like, can we use your lawn instead? And he's like, yeah, knock yourselves out. And so he lets the kids, and so they just kept showing up every year on this Monday after Easter. By 1880, there's no turning them away. It's getting bigger and bigger. And so for a few years, they just took over the lawn. And so they would play egg crochet and smash eggs on the
Croquet.
lawn. Croquet, yeah. Crochet would be weird with eggs. So they're getting more and more. They're tossing them. They're throwing them. They're rolling them. They're croqueting them, smashing them. And so they at 1885, they're like, oh, this was fun, but not as fun as it could be. So they go inside the White House. The kids just crash the White House.
It's the people's house, Mike.
They go into the East Room.
We
hoping
are
to-
talking about mischievous people when you're talking about rapscallions.
Oh, absolutely. And these are the worst of the rapscallions. So they just march into the fucking East Room looking for where's Grover Cleveland? Where's Cleveland? And they absolutely trashed the place. Smashed eggs all over the inside of the White House. They're all over their shitty shoes and stuff. They ruined the East Room carpet full of freshly smashed hard-boiled eggs and eggshells. Cleveland doesn't care, though, at all. Grove is a good dude. He's like, boys will be boys.
Rapscallions.
Yeah. By 1939, the kids come up with another racket, and the event become more and more popular with adults. So the White House has to find a way to control these crowds. So they're like, all right, if you're an adult, you have to have at least one kid with you. So these fucking rapscallions start renting themselves at the front of the White. They're like looking for stray adults.
No
Like,
shit.
yeah, for $1, I'll be your brat.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, just cheeky sons of bitches. And so then they had to like now you have to prove that you're, with the kid or whatever. And so they had to shoo all these rapscallions away.
Complete tomfoolery.
Absolutely.
It's like the carpool lane using a mannequin or something. Mm-hmm. It ain't right.
And these parents are like, now as you get old, as we get closer to today's time, it's like now they're intense, sleeping out to be first in line, blah blah blah. And so Obama, I guess, came up with like a lottery thing. So you have to like draw, and only a certain amount. But I think they were expecting like tens of thousands of people today.
Wow.
At the White House, something like that. Isn't that crazy?
I guess if you're into saying you did something, like, oh, I've done that before. It's part of Americana, I suppose. I didn't realize
Yeah.
it went back that far.
Yeah,
Like, I could say
guess.
Jesus, if he was in the area, he'd definitely do shit like that.
Oh,
He-
for
he-
sure
He
he
loves
would.
doing shit just to say he did.
I suppose Sweet Pie would dig that. If you were in D.C. or something, it's like, yeah, let's go to the Easter egg roll. I
Yeah.
can see that. Like, to me, it's just like, oh, stupid.
I know.
How dumb. Another dumb Easter tradition I saw over the weekend was these devout Catholics, these Mexican Catholics. Have you seen this shit where they go out on Easter Sunday and they're they're trying to get rid of their sins, and so they just whip the dog shit out of each other. They've got whips, and they're all over the streets.
Oh, man.
Look at these sons of bitches.
Oh.
Yeah, take that, you sinner. Take that, you sinner.
Yeah, these look like rapscallions out here just messing
Yeah.
around. These don't look like people trying to get rid of sin.
Si, senor. I'm going to whip your ass.
Doesn't it just look like an excuse to go whip people's ass?
Yeah.
Ouch! Ouch!
Look at these. Oh!
Oh!
Si, senor. I am full of sin.
And then they get this like plastic or porcelain chick out, and they all walk down the street.
Yeah.
Kind of cool, huh?
I reckon it probably goes back to the suffering of Christ prior to the crucifixion. Right?
Oh, probably. But why would they do that on his birthday?
Right.
So they
Why would they do it on Christmas?
Yeah.
They don't.
So this is part of a centuries-old tradition, and it rids the body of sin. So these guys have got a fresh slate, clean
Man, I
slate now.
prefer that tomato thing, in the streets of wherever, where they chuck tomatoes at each
Brazil?
other. You've seen that, right? That festival where they just dump truck loads of tomatoes.
No, I
No?
don't. I don't.
I remember it was one of the first Real World or Road Rules, one of those two, where they went to some place in Spain or something. They
Yeah.
took part in this tomato throwing thing.
That's better than running with the bulls, I suppose.
It's better than that. It's better than the whipping. I prefer
Tomato
the
fights
tomatoes.
are pretty tits, though. I don't know if you've ever been involved in a nice tomato fight.
not.
I don't know if you knew this, but I used to pick tomatoes when I was a youngster for $2 an hour at in Livonia at the like corner, whatever. It was something when you were 10, you could go there and just like pick strawberries or
Really?
tomatoes. Yeah. And me and my buddy just got into a vicious tomato fight, which ended our career.
Wait, this is one of those you pick places where you go with your mom and she's like, yeah, let's get a bunch of raspberries, and you
Yeah,
pick
you-
like 19 quarts of raspberries.
You're
You're
see
not
it-
like picking them for a farmer.
Well, you know how they set up shop. You'll see it with flowers or fruit.
Yeah, roadside.
Yeah, but this was like their whole thing.
So
I
they
mean,
were paying you to pick for them.
yes,
Really?
But it was like they lived there. They had a home, but they're probably still there.
Yeah.
on the corner. It wasn't like just
Like
a
6
pop
in
up.
Merriman or some shit, right? Before
Actually,
they,
like 7 in Merriman.
yeah, before they built it all up. It was
Yeah.
farmland.
Yes. But it wasn't like a pop-up stand. It was like a full-time
Sure.
thing. And I couldn't help it. We got into a tomato. All it takes is one tomato. One errant tomato throw will send the whole thing into a mess, and we were fired for that.
Yeah, man. The Spanish Tomato Festival. What city is this in, Isis?
You know what? I don't know.
I mean, this goes back.
It says Spain, but what? God, we have weird traditions all over the
Yeah,
world.
human beings are.
We're just so. Is it just that we want to do something?
this shit.
Holy
I
shit!
know.
Wow.
That actually looks awesome.
Yeah, E, I could see you taking part in this.
I mean, hey, I could be dirty for no reason. Everyone else would be dirty.
Who gets to decide who gets to go in the truck?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I want to be in the truck, and I would absolutely be drilling front row people.
Yeah.
None of this fucking whip, kind of double hand, throw it out to the crowd.
See, it's all going out the back, and then the crowds are getting into it, and then they come through and hose it all down. It's just like humans are weird.
We are. Yeah, you see stuff like that. I was trying to think of some of the other dumb traditions you see. I don't know, man. Like the people that have to go into the frozen waters and swim.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's tradition.
The polar bears.
Yeah. Look at these people, weirdos. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to other things. David Hogg's still a pain in the ass. I cannot
Yeah,
believe.
he's causing major problems, right? Laura Ingraham.
Dude, that is so obnoxious. I'm sorry, but she sent out some tweet. I don't know, going after a fucking 17-year-old. Probably not the brightest idea in the world, but she sent out some dumb tweet about Hogg didn't get into his college of choice, and now he's whining about it, basically, because the fact that we know that he didn't get into his college of choice means he's whining about it. Apparently he wasn't, but
Right.
that was all the ammo that was needed.
Well, we talked about this last week, right? When he didn't get in, and I guess he has a 4.1 or 4.2 or something.
Yeah.
So he's a really good student, but he didn't get in. And I think TMZ found him on the street and asked him about
Harvey
that.
Levin
How's
called
it
him,
going,
yeah.
man? And he's talking, and I saw the video. He's like, yeah, it's not bad. Obviously got a lot going on with the gun thing, but
Yeah,
in this
what would
period
change in the world?
period of getting rejected for school, which kind of sucks. And I just got rejected to my 4 tops, and so he was just commenting like,
Yeah.
but I've got bigger fish to fry kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so Laura Ingraham takes that video and I think retweets it and is like, as you said, oh, here's David Hogg whining about not getting into school.
Which he, by the way, speaking of Hogg, people have found his like Reddit threads from before when he first moved to Florida, and it's fucking hilarious to read this dude. This dude wants a girlfriend so fucking bad, and every question that's posed, like, what's the worst part about being alive? Not having a girlfriend. Being rejected by the one you love. He's like 17, never had a girlfriend, has never gone on a date. So I'm starting to think.
He's got mantissitis and no upper lip at all.
Yeah, it's a struggle for him, for sure. It's going to be a problem going forward.
But this whole thing, you think, is just to pull puss?
Dude, I mean, it would make sense, right? I mean, if he can't pull puss from the
I know.
from
Think
the
about
amount,
all the things you did when you were 17. Like, how much of them didn't have to do with pulling puss?
all of them did.
Yeah.
Everything you did had some, at least, side hope of pulling puss, That was the whole game. And so, anyway, Hogg takes this Laura Ingraham thing, and she doesn't agree with him politically, so it's on. And he's like, so, what are your, who are your sponsors, Laura? Asking for a friend. Blah, blah, blah. And so then he posts on Twitter, like, here's her 12 top sponsors, 1 through 12. Pick a number, call them, blah, 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 blah.
Boycott.
And boycott these advertisers. And so people, of course, anybody on the left or anybody that doesn't agree with Laura Ingraham's politics can now use this as a weapon, like, how dare you mock a 17-year-old student after what he's been through? And so, one by one, all these companies start dropping out, just dropping like flies. I think 11 of them dropped out. We will no longer sponsor this show, blah, 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 blah. And so Hogg is calling her a bully. She has since apologized, which I was shocked at. I was shocked that she would apologize, but she did. And he won't accept her apology. Yep, she's a bully. And he's got some demands for her now. I will only accept your apology if you denounce the way your network has treated my friends and I in this fight. He's, the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, Office Depot, Jenny Craig, Hulu, Nutrish, TripAdvisor, Expedia, Wayfair, Nestle, Johnson & Johnson. I mean, that's some big names. And he's calling her a bully, and bullies need to be blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Hug, do you not see the irony here
Right.
of being a bully? You know, to go after someone's, I mean, he's trying to destroy her career as a 17-year-old punk. And the fact of the matter, I don't know how you feel about this, because I know you are a big believer in personal responsibility. Things you say, you know, you're not going to be arrested for, but they have consequences, and so.
I am a big believer in that.
Yeah. Do you think it's fair to try to destroy her career over that tweet?
Fair? What is fair? I think it's an overreaction. I think it's dangerous. I think it's. Here's what I kind of like. I was thinking about this, and it's sort of like it's so shocking. Like, he came out with a howitzer, you know. Like, this shit's been going on. You pick at people, you comment. One side comments, the other side comments, and you pick. I sort of thought about it like a baseball game, you know, and Laura Ingram's out in the field at first, and she's taunting the batter, you know.
Yeah.
And the
Hey,
batter. And it's just one of these things. You taunt the batter, you know. So David Hogg finally gets invited to the adult baseball game. He shows up at the plate, and she taunts him, and he runs over there and stabs her.
Yeah.
And so it's like, whoa, fuck. That
Yeah.
just changed the whole game. Like, that was, wow. That
That's
was
a great
quite a
analogy.
reaction, you know?
Yeah.
Because before, we were just all here playing baseball, and everybody kind of had the same set of rules. And
Yeah.
you know, we'd get on each other's nerves, but you play through it.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, man. He just went to the heart of the matter. And
Well-
it's, at bottom, pretty dangerous if people are going to shut down each other's speech. And
Yeah.
I know.
Because that's how I view it.
Like, I get it. He, you know, he had the power to, but I don't. Maybe he didn't. No, he knew it. He
Fuck
knew he
yes,
had the
he
power.
knew it.
He knew
Hell
he had
yes.
the power, and he wielded
He's
it.
bragging about
I
it.
just wonder, like, did he think it through? You know, does he care where this leads?
I think at 17, you don't fully appreciate what it means to lose a career or
Yeah.
like you
And
haven't
so-
been, you don't have those experiences
So
yet.
Laura's sitting there at first base going, "Fuck, I've been stabbed. Holy
Yeah.
shit." I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can we
I wanted
rewind
a
this?
pitcher,
Can
not
we-
a butt itcher,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I'm fucking dying here at first
yeah,
base.
like I thought this was a game. I didn't think it was like life or death, but I guess it's life or death is what she's saying at this point as she's, you know, drowning in her own blood.
The problem that I see with so much of this is because it's basically just a political move. Like, if you don't agree with each other, it's like people are willing to spear each other and end people just because you don't agree politically. And that's what's going on here. Is you see all over the country people, how dare you? He's a survivor from the shooting. He's a 17-year-old student. And it's like, well, that may all be true. He's not that anymore. He's now an official gun advocate trying to change legislation. Like, he's in the big leagues now.
Yeah.
He's talking to a lot of people. He's talking to important people. He's still a 17-year-old douche, but he's not just a fucking school shooting survivor.
Yeah,
like
so to my baseball analogy, now Laura's been stabbed. Her team runs up, and they're not allowed to, like, punch
Right.
David Hogg or stab him back.
Right.
They just have to go,
and I think
sorry
it's-
about what Laura did.
I think it speaks volumes about this generation too, where the fact is David Hogg has been on any platform that will have him absolutely destroying the NRA, Marco Rubio, Dana Lash, the NRA, the GOP. You know, if you take money from them, you've got blood on your hands and you will be voted. Like, he is shitting on anybody that will listen to him. And then Laura Ingraham throws a fucking tissue bomb at him, and he
Just
he
fucking
loses
howitzer.
his mind.
He anti-aircrafter.
Yes, dude. Yes, he Kim Jong Un'd
Yeah.
fucking strapped to a pole and then launched anti-aircraft missiles at her.
Yeah, it was a bitch move.
It is, because it's like this bully, blah blah. It's like, David, do you not understand what a bully you are being to half the country right now? Do you not understand what power it is to have 600,000 Twitter followers? Most of them adults who are following your little escapades around the country. So either he's a fucking child student who's we do kid gloves with, hands off, or he's in the political
Right,
arena
right.
and he's fair fucking game. And if that's the case, then David, you need to understand what that means to wear big boy pants. You know, because he's the first one to go, I don't care what anyone says about me. I can take it. Can you, David? Can you, David Hogg? Can you take it? Because it doesn't look like you can. That was a throwaway tweet.
Maybe he can, but it's just like, I've got this power. I'm going to end her.
Well, that's dangerous, man. That is so dangerous because all these other twits are going to see this and go, oh, yeah, anyone I don't agree with, I can just throw a bomb at them, too.
Yeah, very few people have the power to do that, and very few adults who are in the business would do that because they see the repercussions if it were to come boomeranging back at them.
Yeah.
But he's in this unique position, as you've just
weird.
described. You know, one foot in childhood and one in adulthood, and he's got this strange protection, but still this enormous power, as you see.
Yeah.
And he's just fucking wielding it. And, you know, you hope he does so responsibly. But
You know, it started out as how do we protect our schools? Like, I don't care about right or left, all that. And now that's out the window, and it's just like, we're going after gun control in the country. Well, half the country looks at it and goes, hey, dude, by the way, the NRA didn't bust into any of these schools.
Yeah, it just shows at bottom what the interest is. The interest is to remove gun rights.
Right.
And as soon as you realize that, you realize, okay, this is the battle that is being had here, and he is a pawn, or more valuable than a pawn, maybe a queen in that battle. And you know, this gloss about, oh, you know, let's protect our schools, please.
Yeah.
You know, we're let's be honest. What's going on here? You're
Yeah.
trying to take away gun rights. You're
Yes.
trying to get rid of the Second Amendment. You had former Justice, his name escapes me, Stevens last week, write that it would be easy to take
should amend
away.
it.
Yeah, just get rid of the amendment, and then we're done.
Yeah. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. This debate, we've talked about it. We don't need to go over it again. But you're not taking guns away from American citizens. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And so they can piss and moan all they want. But, you know, I don't know, man. It was weird this weekend, though, to see all these adults coming out and apologizing for comments they made about David Hogg or the students in general. I don't know if I believe most of these apologies. I was surprised. Laura Ingraham strikes me as someone who wouldn't have apologized for this. She must have been getting tremendous pressure from people at Fox to say something. Maybe not. Maybe she did feel bad. I don't know, man. But
It was such an overtly kind of like bullying type tweet, though. You know, like
it was trolling.
Yeah, it was. That's exactly right. It was her trolling him, and I would think most reasonable people would look back and they go, fuck, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Well, he's an annoying little shit, and I think that's what we're seeing play out.
That's the problem, right? And I think a lot of it goes to his physical appearance. I think more than anything is he's such an annoying-looking kid.
Yeah.
And people just want to go, he's an annoying-looking fucking kid.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Yeah, some people can. They've tried. It's not going well for them.
You can't in the mainstream media. And so there's like this, oh, I hate this kid. I can't believe we're listening to this fucking scrawny little kid. And that's just her. That's that frustration coming out. Oh, here he is whining about not getting into college. Ha ha.
Yeah.
And then she sits back and goes, you know, was that really mature of me?
Yeah. As a parent, as a mother, you know. It's the other thing is like seeing this person like so bold and speaking the way he is, like he's got all the answers, and seeing grown fucking adults and politicians using this as a way to, you know, further their agenda about gun rights. Let's be clear about that. They don't give a shit about David Hogg. But seeing him like take that and puff up even more, like, yeah, I'm the guy that's going to change. He mentions changing the world 14 times in an interview. You know, it's irritating and grating when you go, yeah, dude, we've watched this shit for 50 years, 100 years. You're 17. You don't know how this plays out.
Yeah, but what is the emotion though that's making you respond like that? Like, who cares? So it'll just happen, and he'll learn the lesson, right? Like, why do you care if that's?
I don't know.
The truth.
Why do we care about anything that annoys us? You know, because you're right. I shouldn't. Why do I give a shit what a 17-year-old punk says? But you see these massive
like if you care about more at bottom what's going on, what the real purpose is, I get that. But fuck, he'll learn through it and whatever. I mean, he is who he is, and he'll answer to his maker or whatever it is, you know. And I don't really particularly care if he gets puffed up or he gets on Time Magazine. Like whatever, man.
Yeah, I there's definitely an argument to be made for that, for sure. I just
If he didn't
I
look the
don't-
way he does, you wouldn't care as much.
I don't think that's true.
I
Wow.
do.
You're really hung up on the cosmetics of it. And I don't.
think he grades on you. I think that mantis-itis, that little triangle head
It's
of
the
his,
it's
that
the
little
fucking
weasel stand there with his arm up in the air.
it's the I'm better than everybody else. I know, and since you guys have failed us, Super David is here to fix it kind of attitude that drives me insane. And the fact is, I don't think there's an answer for gun control. I really don't. You can
He'll
you
learn
can
that.
modify these rules and tweak things, and we're losing bump stocks, and it's a high powered magazine. Magazines make them small, like all these little dumb things. It's like, oh, that's until you get to the root of the problem, you're not going to fix this. The root of the problem is not high capacity shotguns and rifle. Like that's not the base problem. And you'd be better off putting security or police in schools. As much as you don't want to do that, like, okay, let's just protect the assets. Let's start there, and then work on societal issues that have driven people to behave this way, like they didn't 50 years ago, 30 years ago. And so that's, I think, the problem I have is like, okay, I understand nobody wants kids being shot. Nobody wants that. Not anyone on the right, not anyone on the left. We all agree with that. But to act like, yeah, if you support the NRA, you got blood on your hands, you want dead children. It's like, hey, fuck you, dude. It pisses me off. That's all. Eagles of Death Metal. Remember Jesse Hughes?
Yep.
He was, how many people were killed in that Bataclan? Was that like 89 people mowed down in that Bataclan?
Don't remember.
Fuck, was that brutal. Remember that? Oh. Well, he's had to apologize, and he feels terrible because he went after the kids. Did we talk about that last week? Him going after the kids?
He had a couple cartoons, I think.
Yeah. He called them disgusting, vile abusers of the dead.
Man. Ted Nugent went off, too.
Yeah, I saw that. Ted's comments look horrible in print. I don't know. I watched that interview. They're less horrible when you watch it. Now that sounds weird, but anyway. So he posted 5 times, Jesse Hughes, and I'm wondering if you think his apology is sincere or not. So he said that they're capitalizing on the deaths of their classmates by staging protest walkouts. He had that illustration of the cartoon of the guy and the girl, and she's like, I turned in my gun for gun rights to stop, gun murders or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I cut off my dick to stop rape.
Yeah, right.
That one he posted. He also accused them of exploiting the death of their classmates and teachers for Facebook likes and media attention. The Whitney Houston song about letting the children lead the way is not an operating paradigm for life. When the truth don't line up with your bullshit narrative, just hold your breath and stamp your feet and refuse to accept it. Then take multiple days off of school playing hooky at the expense of your 16 classmates and their blood. It might be funny if it wasn't so pathetic and disgusting. As a survivor of a mass shooting, I can tell from firsthand experience that all of you protesting and taking days off insult the memory of those who were killed. And then he also shared a Photoshop thing of Emma Gonzalez tearing the Constitution, which he knew was fake. He said, doesn't matter, might as well be real. So anyway, those were his comments. He seemed very set on those. And,
He did.
He did apologize. It feels terrible now, I guess.
Is he dressed like Marcel Marceau?
Yes, yep.
Recently, I made some posts on my Instagram that did not communicate how I feel about a variety of topics. What
Did
I
you
had
not?
intended to be
Pretty clear.
a statement about the hijacking by any side of the aisle of the beautiful agenda of a movement of our nation's youth came off seeming like a mean-spirited personal attack and slight of the
Disgusting, vile
youth
abusers
themselves,
of the
and
dead.
even a personal attack of its leadership. And I want to be clear, I never intended for that to happen. I was not attempting to impugn the youth of America and this beautiful thing they've accomplished. I truly am sorry. I did not mean to hurt anyone or cause any harm. As someone who's watched their friends shot in front of their eyes and seen people killed that they love, I should have handled this a lot more maturely and responsibly. And I did not do that, and I messed up. And I hope that you're able to forgive me, but please know that I did not mean to do what it seems like it was I was doing.
Disgusting, vile abusers of the dead.
Am I wrong about the mime outfit he's
No,
wearing
it's
there?
absolutely a mime
He's
outfit.
wearing Marcel Marceau's shirt and suspenders.
What is the red? There was red in that outfit by Marceau. Was it a glove or a ball or a,
His lips?
maybe his lips?
Maybe.
He needs some red
Or
lipstick.
maybe he had
perhaps.
red with his stripes. Was it black and red stripes?
No, it was, I think
Just
it was black and white. Yeah.
If only we had somebody who could find Marcel Marceau.
He's going to be able to spell
Bing
Marcel
image.
Marceau. Come on. Really, not even relevant to the story, though, the Marcel Marceau outfit.
There he is. It's did he always have that flower with him, or?
I don't know. It's probably the lipstick.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow, is he hung? What's going on there?
Oh, is he ugly? What's going on there?
Yeah.
Shit. Guy's creepy looking, huh?
Does he appear to have a giant dong eat? Do you see what I'm seeing there?
Is that really
Yeah.
the best picture of Marcel Marceau?
Or does he just have a knee up, and I'm seeing a knee and confusing it with a dong? Again, this has very little to do with the story at all.
I can't move on. I get so fixated on shit.
I know you do. Do you think? What do you think happened here? Do you think we had a
What are we
series?
talking about?
We're
Marcel Marceau's shirt?
No,
Or
no,
is-
no,
oh,
no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, somebody dressed
Jesse
something
Hughes.
up on him, right? We're like, oh, really? Wow, you want me to post this? No,
I think-
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm thinking. Here's what happened, Jay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Saturday
Give me a
night.
theory.
I don't know.
A couple beers
two and a
in.
half bottles of wine in,
Yeah.
and he sees a replay of Hog earlier that day. And he's
Fucking man,
had it.
this asshole.
Fucking had it. You're gonna tell me, you son of a bitch. And
That
then
could very well. Drunk tweeting is a thing for sure,
Yeah.
and that could very well have happened.
you know, you start sending shit out. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. It's true. Someone needs to say it. And Jesse Hughes is that someone.
Is is it possibly the scarf that these
Ah,
nine
yes.
figures wear? Yeah,
That's
the red
what it is.
scarf.
There you go. Yep.
Okay.
You good now?
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. Drunk. Jesse Hughes drunk.
Drunk tweeting and then
And then sits back and goes, yeah, fuck.
I didn't mean that at all. I want to be clear. If it came off like I was, attacking the youth movement. No, it didn't, Jess. No, not at all.
That's exactly what you're doing. Hey, spring's in the air. Hey, Mike, and that means it's truck month at Zott Ford and Holly. Check out these ridiculous deals on the best-selling trucks and SUVs in America. Lease a new 18 Ford Escape for just $147 a month, or lease a new loaded 18 Ford Explorer at $194 a month. Finally, lease the #1 selling truck on the planet, a new 18 Ford F-150 four-wheel drive Super Crew, as low as $131 a month. See details in their massive inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Actor and musician Frank Stallone.
Wait, who?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
If we're not going to be honest right out of the gate with a story.
I think I remember him having a couple tracks on the Rocky 3 album. Frank Stallone.
Are you kidding me? Did
No,
he?
I
think you're right.
yeah.
Can you pull up a Frank Stallone
Shit, dude.
music?
I remember singing along to one.
Really?
Yeah. Shit, man.
You sung along to some weird shit though. Who was that
I
soap
did,
star
admittedly.
that you?
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
No,
Jack
that-
Wagner.
That's not Jack
That's
Wagner.
Frisco, yeah. Frisco Jones. Oh, no.
All I
that's,
love is Air
Oh,
Supply.
I'm sorry.
Jesus, good
Yeah.
lord. No, it's even gayer than that. Believe
Jack
it or not.
Wagner. All right, E, you hit Frank Stallone. I'll hit Jack Wagner, and we'll.
Far From Over. I don't know any of these, so.
All I need is just a little more time to be sure what I feel. Is it all in my mind? 'Cause it seems so hard to believe
God, he looks good on stage.
that you're all I need. Yeah, that was Jack Wagner.
All right, here's Frank Stallone.
Fuck yes. Come on, Mike. Yes, I remember this.
This is so 80s soundtracky. All right, I guess it's safe to say actor and
Hold on.
musician Frank
the hook.
Stallone.
Let me get the hook. Hell yeah.
Dude, where was this played?
Rocky 3 on the album.
Okay, like this did not
Nowhere-
get
no,
airplay.
no.
Okay. This
No.
is right up there with Hasselhoff, right?
Yeah.
Got airplay in Germany, nothing stateside.
Fuck yes.
So, Frank Stallone, of course, he's the brother of the Italian stallion, Rocky Balboa himself. He attacked the Parkland shooting survivor David Hogg as well.
I'm telling you. Man, this guy, yeah, okay.
So-
Whoa, they're saying Frank Stallone's 6 foot. I don't believe it, but go on.
Well, how tall is Rocky? He's like
I think he's like
wisp of a man.
5'6" or something. Just a wee wisp.
Yeah. So he started Friday night. I think that righteous little punk Hog needs to get bitch slapped by another loser, Maxine Waters. No one wants this self-appointed buffoon in their colleges. Collages.
Oh, no.
Dude. People who try to insult others and include the word college and misspell it.
Did he spell collage?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he doesn't want them in his collages either. You know what I mean?
No.
I wouldn't want David Hogg in any collages I'm making.
He was clearly referencing the story of him not getting into collages. His 4 top choices.
I haven't put him in a collage. Have you, E? Hasn't made any of mine.
I have not, I guess. And nor would I want him in there. I agree.
That's like, you are the dumbest person I've ever met, and spelling dumbest wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't. No one wants this self-appointed buffoon in their collages. Oh, Frank. I wonder why. Maybe Beachside, he's a headline-grabbing putz. David Hogg is just that, a news hog. Send this punk to the corner with a dunce cap. Saturday, he wasn't done, so that was Friday. Saturday, he's back at it. I don't know if he's got another bottle of wine in him or what, but this David Hogg pussy is getting a little big for his britches. I'm sure someone from his age group is dying to sucker punch this rich little bitch. Watch him run home like the coward he is. He's the worst rep for today's youth headline-grabbing punk. Look at my resume, you uninformed liberal dunce cap wearing clowns. This.
You know who I am? Look at my resume.
So, came back later after deleting all of those.
I'm really...
To everyone, and to David Hogg especially, I want to deeply apologize for my irresponsible words. I would never in a million years wish or promote violence to anyone on this planet. After what these kids went through, I am deeply ashamed. Please accept my apology, Frank. Why is he apologizing? It's not like he's got a job to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's the pressure there? That may be just sobering up again.
Yeah.
Might be like, fuck, what did I do that for?
How about people just stop going after these kids? Like,
dude, this
just
is the
doesn't.
I'm telling you, it's physical appearance with this kid. You listen to these comments. This little punk, this little skinny little runt of a
He's
fucking
6 foot tall,
dude. So what? He's like 140 pounds.
I know.
But I really think a lot of it goes to physical. If this dude looked like Bradley Cooper or some shit, it'd be different. I'm telling you.
so?
I really think so. Complete speculation and conjecture. You can't prove it, but I really do think so.
See, I think you're putting too much stock in the man's appearance.
Man, I don't.
Because the other
that's
kids
where
aren't
I
getting
feel
beat
it.
up like
That's
this.
that's the only spot I feel it. I feel it going, God, this kid's annoying
fucking
looking.
mantis,
right?
No lip having son of a bitch.
Yeah.
No, I disagree though, because there are 5 other kids or whatever in this pack, and Hogg is the one that's getting pounded.
Yeah,
Hogg.
Why?
But you got lesbo shaved head girl. Like, she's easy to attack. You could attack Emma Gonzalez.
No. She's impossible to attack, to be honest.
Well, I don't know, dude. I think he is so much more visible and in your face.
Yes, his attitude has separated him from the others.
Yeah.
But I really think a lot of this ramped up hatred of this kid is because of his look, man.
Maybe.
So
I'll have to
awful.
think about it more and see.
He's so weaselly. He's so annoying.
I like to think that I hate him not because of the way he looks. I try not to judge my hatred of others based on their looks. I really do. So we'll see.
Sly Stallone is 5'10", they say, which is bullshit.
No way. Oh, you know what? You're right, Jay. Because there are people I want to hate just because of the way they look. Ethan Couch is one of them.
Oh, yeah. Right?
The affluenza teen.
That kid.
That fucking goatee and that dark hair. Remember when he'd fixed everything. He'd solved his problems by running away to Mexico with his mom.
This is the kid who drank and drove and just destroyed several people's lives. He was fucked up, and
rich little Texas kid.
Bastard, and he used the affluenza defense, this notion that, you know what, he's too rich to understand consequences. He's too sheltered.
He was too spoiled by his parents to understand right from wrong.
Yeah.
So he's not guilty of manslaughter of 4 people. Remember, that day, and this goes back to what, 2014 or 2015. He's driving his dad's F-350. Earlier in the day, him and his buddies had gone to a Walmart and stolen 3 cases of beer.
Yeah.
And so they go back to his house, party their asses off. Do you know what the reason was that they had to leave the house when they did?
Get more beer?
No. Anyone?
I don't remember.
I'll give you another guess. I just learned this today, and it made my day. Take a guess, Jay, if you want another guess.
I mean,
why
get drugs
they...
or beer. Get bitches.
Nah,
I mean,
you're thinking like
get
normal
food?
kids.
Food.
No, normal kids thinking. Normal kid. Yeah, obviously a Taco Bell run is in order.
Right.
I don't know.
As the party got going, one of the guests found she needed a tampon.
Oh, my God.
And everyone piled in the truck to go to a nearby
it
convenience
was
store.
a run for feminine products?
It was a tampon run. And so
I didn't
he's
realize there was a
16.
woman to blame in this story.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they just go, check my mom's fucking closet, dude? Whatever.
Here's a T-shirt. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
stuff it up there, whatever. So they go on a tampon run. That's when someone, remember there was a truck on the side of the road, had blown a tire.
Yeah.
3 Good Samaritans stopped to help, and he plows into them, kills 4 people there, and one of the kids in his car, Sergio or whatever,
Yeah.
is fucked up. He can only communicate by blinking. He blinks to communicate.
like in Morse code.
I don't know. I was wondering like how you would do that. Like if you wanted to say hi Jay, would you blink like A B C D E F G H?
Right. Think about it. You're not allowed to use your eyebrows. Okay, this is just by blinking, because a lot of what you do is expressions like raise your eyebrow,
Doing
raise,
the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the rock eyebrow.
So it's simply blinking. Do you like that? Blink once if you like it. Is that the whole thing? Like you're asking questions of the person? It's just like yes or no?
I don't know. That would get so exhausting.
Blink twice if you want the chocolate milkshake. Once
Yeah.
if you want the vanilla.
Blink 643 times if you want strawberry.
Fuck.
Dude, if I had to live like this and all I could do is blink. No.
Let's
You
not
gotta
discount
promise
the
me-
tube that runs to your mouth that you can blow in to move your
No,
chair, dude.
Look, there's one man that pulled this off.
Hawking?
Hawking. The Hawk.
And he's gone now.
He's gone now. Not everybody's got a dope ass ride like the Hawk, and no one's as brilliant as the Hawk. Anyway, back to the point of the story though. Ethan Couch has been let out of prison this morning.
Yeah, so he had a parole violation, right? Because he was caught drinking again because he was ordered
There was a Twitter video that someone posted, some social media video of
playing
him
beer
playing-
pong or
Yes.
some shit.
Yep.
So he runs for the border with his stupid mom,
Yeah.
who's to blame for this whole affluenza affliction he has.
Boy, is she a looker too.
Oh, she's so gross.
Tanya.
So they run to Mexico and they're hiding out and they get caught ordering a pizza, right?
Dude, I was going to ask you if you remember how they did themselves in
Domino's
with
pizza.
their credit card ordering Domino's pizza. Brought them in. Did you see last week? She was just picked up on a parole violation.
I saw that, yeah.
She had. I guess she's got to take a piss test, and they didn't say what was in her system. Could have been alcohol, drug, whatever. But so she's in some trouble. But yeah, people are pissed off that this kid's out now. I think he originally only got 10 years probation. That was like the whole deal for him. But was it 4 years they could put him in, or the judge
don't
might have given him the
remember.
max?
I do not
for
remember.
whatever. But anyway, he walked out this morning at 8:30 from a jail in Tarrant County, Texas.
To be a positive member of society, no doubt.
Yeah. Ugh.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Kills multiple people, and there he is walking free.
Yeah, and he's just such a little twit too. Oh fuck, I can't stand.
But
this
again, if you looked like, I don't know, Bradley Cooper or some shit, you wouldn't be thinking that much, right?
No.
You'd be thinking, what a dick. But
I'd
you wouldn't
still be like,
"That little fucking punk, look at him, look at him.
I'd still be like, you.
Yeah.
Drinking and driving, killing people. Ah, handsome bastard, you. Ah. I'd wag a finger harshly at him.
Insurance. We all need it. Most of us don't even know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Well, let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, includes auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900. You get a free, no-obligation quote. Again, that's 734-455-1900. Ask for Brent Wasik. It's
a punchable face.
It's so punchable.
It's kind of rat-like. It's almost in like mushing into his
Again,
face.
upper lip problems.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I had no idea we had so many upper lip problems
It's
in this.
very important. I think
country.
that's why most people grow mustaches, to be honest.
Well,
It's
it's
the problem with the upper lip.
It's what he's trying to pull off, and he could not wait to get to this age where
He's
he
trying to change the subject where he could,
Yeah.
where he could grow the facial hair. But again, it's just this weaselly little face, and it's
Mm-hmm.
cherubic in nature.
Yeah. You don't usually
Not much
see,
of a chin.
You don't usually see a fatter bottom lip and then an absolute lack of an upper lip.
Yeah, it sort of looks like he
You
has
know?
a dip in or something.
Yeah, something going on there. Anyway, let's take a quick break, Jay. Come back. I absolutely love this story. A serial underwear stealer.
Yeah.
I mean, just...
You wouldn't expect it from his honor, would you?
I wouldn't. No, I got to say.
They're walking amongst us, Mike.
Oh, it just doesn't matter what you do. We're learning it doesn't matter. So we'll get into that and much more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey, I'm Mike, and I'll file with Kyle.
I'm Jay, and I'll file with Kyle.
I'm Big E, and I guess Kyle can do my taxes too.
No, you fucking tard. It's supposed to rhyme. I'll file with Kyle.
Oh yeah, I'm Big E, and I'll file with Kyle.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kyle Mayer, and hopefully this tax season you'll join our podcast heroes in saying I'll file with Kyle. The Detroit Cast is good at what they do, and I'm good at what I do. Call 248-521-0016 and say I'll file with Kyle, and I'll take 10% off your tax prep bill. Actually, you can say anything TDC related to get 10% off. Like Big E, Stamberta, Dirtface, Nana, or whatever. Just make sure you call me at 248-521-0016.
Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com. Mike and Jay. You guys getting excited for the national championship game tonight?
Sure.
Are you going to watch it?
Probably not, honestly.
Yeah. I got to admit, I'm kind of fired up, although, dude, I watched Villanova.
They're good, huh?
Oh, they look like a pro team. I mean, they just look dominant out there. So I don't know. I'm not very, very hopeful that I'm hopeful.
He just feels the same. I sensed.
Do you?
He's always
Yeah,
cautious about these things.
I'm never someone who goes in thinking that we're done, we got the dude. Even if people thought, even if they were the number 1 seed overall,
they're going to be a huge underdog anyway.
I understand that, but I'm just, no matter what, I never get the fan that like is so over the top, dude. Let it. Even
teams
if
are so
their best
reliant on the
situation.
three. It just depends on which team is hitting threes.
Villanova, a lot.
Well,
yeah, and
Yeah, but
they
you can miss
they
those,
looked
but
unstoppable when they
Yeah.
drove the net. I mean, they had 5 guys on the court at all times who could absolutely bomb it, and you don't see that with Michigan. I mean, if Michigan plays the way they did when they put up 99, that when they couldn't miss, what was that in the Sweet 16 game, or EU probably didn't watch it. I don't know, whatever game that was, when they were hitting from everywhere. That was, maybe that team would have a chance. But I don't know.
well,
Hopefully,
it doesn't seem like a insurmountable team. Like sometimes you go into the tournament, you're just like, oh fuck, UNC and what was it,
Duke.
2003 when State made it to the final and Detroit against them. It's like, dude, you're playing a pro team. Like, got a puncher's chance, I guess, but
2008 wasn't that? I know
that was
but
over
yeah.
within. What did I say?
Yeah,
3?
three. I was
Yeah,
gonna
must
say
have been 8 or
2008,
9. 8 or 9.
Yeah.
yeah. When did they win it? 10?
02.
Or
02.
2000?
1,000. Yeah.
Was it 2000?
Yeah.
Holy shit! With Mateen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like that. At least it seems like
Yeah.
either one of these teams could win.
Yeah. Are you
Good
glad
luck
that
to your Wolverines, Mike.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my Wolverines. Are you glad that Sister Jean is off the pages of the
She's
papers?
the Loyola Chicago nun.
Yeah,
What
she
was
is.
she? The chaplain, the official chaplain of the team? Or
Yeah,
something?
I guess.
Mascot, whatever you want to call her.
Let's see. What is she?
She was getting trolled pretty hard, I guess.
Yeah, I took a swipe or two at her.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, people were mad at me for that. Come on, it's a fucking joke. People are calling out my fandomness.
Really?
Yeah, like, you're not even a real fan. Rag on Big E for it. Then it was like, oh, real tough guy. Going after a 98-year-old nun.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Well, she put herself out there.
Right?
I mean,
right?
I would have felt the same way about it.
Did she, though? Isn't she just, like, sitting there watching a game?
Probably.
Yeah,
But she's got a bobblehead now, man.
Is she, like, tweeting and
That is the
Facebook
real-
Living and shit?
she's
Oh, she
trolling
put herself out there.
That's a good point.
Oh, she's just
Trolling
watching
and
the
shit
game.
talking.
And they fucking found her and
Yeah.
decided they could use her.
Of course.
Not the team but like the national networks and
Yeah,
stuff.
we love to build people up and tear them down, don't we,
We
as
sure
Americans?
do. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I did
and I
notice-
had no problem doing that, too. And I was like, well, Sister Jean, didn't pray hard enough, did you? You disappointed your entire team, Jean.
But it's funny, as dumb as it is, when she started wheeling out a few minutes early, I was like, oh, not sticking around for the end, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what people are pissed about.
Really?
Because a lot of people were like, oh, Sister Jean giving up on the team with 2 minutes to go. Real nice. She's just wheeling away. Their communications guy, director, Bill Burns. He's the assistant athletic director for communications at Loyola. I could not believe anyone would insinuate she gave up on these kids.
Well-
how utterly disgusting.
Well, I mean, wheeling away 2 minutes
How
early.
utterly disgusting.
She wanted to be in a position by the tunnel to greet the players as they left the court, as she does just every other game, win or lose. Sister Jean Dolores Schmidt hugged and consoled players, each who leaned down and gave her the hug. Even Jordan Poole. Yes, we're opening our pools in March in Michigan. Gave her a big hug, and people were like, "Oh, wow, that's cool. He's not even on a team with her, and he's hugging her." It's like, what did you want him to do? Punch her? Like spit in her face? What was he going
Suck
to do?
it, bitch!
Yeah.
Do the fucking
Take
DX.
that, bitch! He's fucking pointing at his dick. Fart in her face. Take that, Gene.
Where's your god now?
So anyway, congratulations to Michigan, no matter what happens tonight. But yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch. And then Long Island. You're right, Jake. You've said this for a long time. Dude, stop giving so much props to fucking judges, lawyers, doctors. They're just people. And they're as fucked up as anyone else. Nah.
Some are very despicable.
They're supposed to be pillars of the community, Jay. Pillars.
I don't know where you got that notion.
I don't know. It was ruined quite a bit when that judge started paddling boys' cans and turning them apple red.
Yeah, remember that guy? He would give them reduced sentences if they came over and cleaned up around his yard.
But he was trashing his own yard.
He'd go around beforehand and just strew stuff about.
Like a little homo. Ooh, he's going to be here soon.
So they'd have to bend over and pick shit up. And oh my God, look at this.
But dude, in a heartbeat, I would take that gig. I would go over there with Daisy Dukes on. Be like, yeah, dude, I'll bend over and pick it. You can take some pictures. Paddling my can would be rough. He better get me out of a DUI. If he's going to tan my can a little bit.
I think he was dropping DUIs to just mere, littering type offenses.
It's not bad. Not a bad deal.
I know.
If you don't have to put anything in your mouth or your butt, dude, it's a win.
I know we talked about the story enough, but like, if he was taking DUIs down to this, wasn't anybody else in the court like, like when these sentences are getting thrown down, like, wouldn't people be like, "Whoa,
isn't there some whistleblower in the process, right? A clerk,
but
someone,
who's
prosecutor?
Who's the victim? It's a victimless crime. It really is. I mean. Go over there and some Daisy Dukes.
Everybody's happy.
Take a few pictures of your can and pick up some cans on the ground.
Society suffers, Mike.
Anyway, Long Island, New York judge is accused of breaking into his neighbor's home and taking their daughter's panties, and says he says now that he is a serial underwear stealer.
How long before he gets those out of the house or into his hand? Yeah, is he? Is that the end game? Is that the end game for an underwear thief?
He's probably wearing them at some point, either on his head or like normal panties.
So it's not the sniff.
It's the sniff too. It's got to be the sniff. Otherwise, he could just go to the store.
But do you ruin the sniff if you're wearing them yourself? Right?
Oh, you sniff first, wear second.
Do you give up? You know what I mean? I think you wouldn't want to involve your scent onto this thing that you've stolen for the sniff. So I think it has to be one or the other. It has to be you want to wear it or you want to sniff it.
Fair enough. I'd like to see what the 23-year-old daughter neighbor looked like.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see what kind of panties we're dealing with, because this son of a bitch was good. He wasn't going into the drawers. He was going into the hamper, where
he wants the sniff.
He wants.
See, that's the thing, man. You're not going into the hamper. You're just going to Victoria's Secret or something and stealing panties if you just want to wear them. He wants the sniff.
It's all about the sniff. And
God,
I don't know, but I've heard recently.
I don't know how much monster.
I don't know how much truth there is to this, but I've heard vagines they can do some funky shit on their own, like each night when ladies peel those things off.
Yeah.
It's a surprise each and every day, like what they're getting.
Moist gaps.
Yeah,
they certainly produce some.
Yeah, and maybe ladies can email us about this, and I don't think it's any fault of their own.
Don't Bing Blue Waffle. I mean, we know what
under
can
no
happen
circumstance,
to these things.
But I think even the most precious,
beautiful snowflake
flower, if you will, can through the day, drool on itself and leave.
I mean, think what your butt crack can do, right?
Yeah.
And then exponentially,
I think about that.
I think when you're talking about the pH levels in a vagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right, Mike.
Yeah.
These things can just crush during the day.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're constantly being mashed about and squished and sat down on and then,
discharged through.
Sure. And so this guy, Robert Cicale, is his name. He's a married father of 3.
Of course
Great. Kids are going to love reading about this one day. They really, really are.
Bing it forevermore. This is what your dad did.
So he would go in and take the underwear from this 23-year-old girl's hamper because he felt, quote, urges. What's the next step? Is it fucking kids? Is it like, where do we go from stealing neighbor girls' panties out of the dirty hamper? Like, what's the next move?
That's what worries you, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Was this like the ultimate for him? Couldn't have been, right?
No.
He would have moved on to something. This would not have given him the boner it gave him the first 5,000 times, and he would have moved on to something else. That's my fear.
I just
Thank God
wonder,
we caught him now, Mike.
Yeah, I wonder how we get here, though. Like, what's the first The very first time, he's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going for it. I'm stealing a pair of panties out of that hamper.
Isn't that incredible? I mean,
It's
what kind
just-
of urge are you talking about, Your Honor?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I've had urges too. We've all had urges.
Not to sniff panties out of some
That's what I'm
random's
saying.
hamper, though.
Well, true. Maybe it's
You know,
beyond an urge I've
I mean,
ever experienced.
look, if you're in the house and you see one of Gab's panties laying around and you pick it up and I'd be lying if I said I didn't do that to Beth from time to time. I just would. But that's different than breaking into the neighbor's house and
Are you
stealing
saying
his
that to be funny, or are you
daughters.
saying
Vastly.
seriously?
Vastly different.
Yeah, we can rewind. Let's back up, right, E? I mean, I think we do want to settle that before we
I
move.
just can't
Bag
tell.
up, bag up.
Is that satire for the show, or is that real?
Sure.
Looks sounds real to me.
You smelled Beth's panties.
I've worn Beth's panties.
Okay, but let's again. We talked about this. I think that they're distinguishable. One urge is distinguishable from the other. You've worn them because you had the urge to do so. Now, have you had the urge to
usually
sniff
in a
them?
joking fashion, like look at me, ha, ha, ha.
Have you
look at
had
me.
the urge to sniff them?
urge, or I'd probably do it in front of her.
Did
Like,
you
as in-
sniff her panties?
That's all I want to know.
Have you
I
sniffed
guess.
Beth's panties?
Sounds like a yes.
Under what
This
circumstance,
has
sir?
nothing to do with the illegality of Mr.
His honor.
His honor's
Threw this out here.
behavior. Okay, you've never sniffed it.
No.
Oh yeah, it's gross. Who would do that? Gross.
But you have, so I want to know the circumstances.
I don't have a specific incident. I wouldn't
So
put
that
it
means you
past
can't
me.
remember.
I
because
know.
there's
Wouldn't
been so
put
many.
it past me. That's all I'm saying.
You wouldn't put it past you. I think you would know if you. Okay.
Do you remember when I was presented with that question mere moments ago?
Yeah, I
You ever
do.
sniffed
Yeah.
Gab's panties? And I immediately, no.
Yeah, but you're thinking about it. Now you're thinking about it, and it's like, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I've sniffed it before. I've done worse things than sniff that area. So,
I've definitely done worse things.
yeah,
but
I mean, you've put a hammer on that thing. So, Cicale ran from the house. Police later caught him nearby in a street with several, and I quote, several pairs of panties in his jacket pockets. Like he knows they're after him. Just throw him in a dumpster, dude. He can't let him go.
is he doing the Dracula? Hey, what are you doing in your jacket pocket? I'm picturing the inside seam of your jacket pocket. He's doing the Dracula.
I want to sniff your panties. No, I think he was on the run. He was like, they'll never check this pocket. And he's just got several. Women, I'm so sorry. Like, dude, like if I came home and it was like, I know I had more fucking underwear than this. And it was like every couple weeks there's just a couple missing pairs of Calvin Klein's, Ease Whitey Tighties.
God.
It would just be such a bummer. So anyway, he's now been told to stay away from this lady, the 23-year-old, wear a GPS tracking device, and the state court of appeals will determine whether he'll be suspended. Yeah, he better be. Like, who's going to go to that court and take anything he says serious? Like, dude, Your Honor, aren't you the one who was sniffing your neighbor's panties and shit? Like, wouldn't that come up in every single thing he did? Like, he's passing judgment on your behavior. And it's like, dude.
It would be hard not to, be thinking that. He's lost some credibility.
Yeah. His attorney, Bill Wexler, the judge is known for his outstanding reputation, and his wife is standing by her man.
I guess it just shows you don't ever really know somebody, do you?
No. He doesn't look like a I'll tell you, he doesn't look very his honorish to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Throw a robe on him.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Now's the time. Contact Realtor Doug Snyder.
Sure.
Spring's the perfect time to list your current home and to go looking for your dream home. What a great day. I mean, look at it outside.
Gorgeous.
It'd be perfect to drive around with
Stunning.
Douglas looking at homes. Everybody's done with the winter. Real estate is moving now. Contact Doug today, 248-765-1781. Let he and the team at Century 21 Campbell work to get you the absolute best deal on the sale and or purchase of your home. Doug's the man. He's easy to work with. He's a great friend of the show. Call Douglas today, 248-765-1781. Douglas.
Is it time for your alma mater, Jada? We need to get some good press going. We need to do some charity work or something. Can the university do some good charity work?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, they had to send out a message to all students about some racist incident on campus. I don't know if you heard about this.
I did not.
Social media posts early last week connected to one of the students, and so they had to send a message out. Many of you heard about and seen racist images circulating on social media tied to a member of our campus community. There is pain and anger being felt by our community members, students of color, especially our African American students. Actions and words that are meant to hurt someone based on their identity have no place in our community. Hate has no home here on our campus. We know that this is not an isolated incident.
What happened? Tell me what happened, Mike.
Well,
this sounds very generic. And
so you've got Mayana Folks, and she helped bring attention to this, because what do we do when we see something that is insulting or perhaps damaging or hurtful to others? We social media the shit out of it, so that if it only hurt the 3 people that saw it, well, now we can hurt tens of thousands more by sending it out all over the world and addressing this problem. That's not solved. You're never going to end hatred or racism completely. So it's kind of seems weird that we feel the need to do this. But anyway, so she sends this post out. And it's a girl basically on campus, and she's got a piece of paper with the N-word written on it, like above her head.
classy.
Classy as hell, right? People do dumb shit all the time. Insensitive
Not
as hell.
that, though. People don't do that shit all the time.
That's true.
That's pretty bad.
But they do stupid shit all the time. So she sends out on social media, let's play a game. It's called, how many retweets does this girl need before MSU kicks her out? So she showed this material in part to show that racism still exists on campus. It's good to know that she's letting us all know that it's still something that occurs. She would also like
she
to
just
see...
baited this whole thing? Like, what? I don't get it. This wasn't a real instance of... This was a test by her?
No. Someone, she saw this picture.
Oh, I gotcha.
That someone else had, and then went, how long before does it, how many retweets? And so now she's demanding, she would like to see all MSU students and faculty receive diversity training. And I'm going, fuck off with you. Stop it. No. Most of us know how to behave. I don't need the university sending me to diversity training to know not to be a fucking asshole, right?
Yeah.
That's something you should have learned long ago. Doesn't mean the world is exempt from assholes, but I do not, you little girl, do not get to demand that me and everybody associated with this campus now goes to diversity training. MSU has been in contact with a student who posted the offensive material. Because they were not directed at a specific person, it was not in violation of the MSU's policies. They've been working with the student now to make sure that she understands her actions and the impact it's having on the community. Yeah, it doesn't go against MSU's policies. She's just an asshole.
Yeah.
She's just being an asshole.
Well, and there's
right?
the platform now that just exponentially ships this thing around, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day, I guess you could do that, take a picture of it, take it to CVS, get it developed, and you'd have it in your stack of 32 dumb pictures.
Yeah, right.
And that's where it would stay amongst you and your 5 friends that you showed.
Right.
But now I guess you put it on Facebook or whatever, and somebody else looks and goes, ooh, I'm going to use that and blow this thing up. And it's just a weird world, man.
I'm certainly not going to justify or try to excuse that behavior, but none of us have any idea what was going on, why there's a piece of paper with the N-word written above it, above some white girl's head. Who knows what stupid game they were playing in the sorority, you know. It seems like there would be a reason for that. I'm not trying to justify it or excuse it, but I would like a little more information as to what was going on there.
Greater context.
Seems like a weird thing to have, but as soon as I saw this 18-year-old student demanding we all go to diversity, it's like, no, just because someone's an asshole doesn't mean we all need to go to diversity training. Sorry. I don't think so.
Hey, thank you to Joel, by the way, for doing another bang-up job on Best Ofs.
Yes.
Of course, every time he does one of these, I look beyond you there, Mike, over your shoulder, and I see E sitting there, and I think, what would have been the alternative here? You know?
Levels all over the map.
What would have been produced had we asked Isis to do the best of instead of Joel volunteering his time, his valuable time to do this for us?
One bit would have come in with levels just and then the commercial would come in. Fucking yeah!
What was the last straw where I think Joel stepped forward and went, all right,
Enough.
guys, What was it? Was it when he like replayed the same commercial over and over or something within a best
like
of?
that? I think Joel started hashtag never again. After that, I think he was the originator of the hashtag never again.
Yeah, look at the very top of hashtag never again, and it's Joel bitching about E's best ofs. What was it?
It was something like that.
It was when I was in Costa Rica, and E had to do a best of or two, and I remember like I'm on my way back, looking at the airport, looking at posts, and like, what the fuck did he do, man? This thing just blew up. Like he had the Zot commercial going over and over and over.
Yeah.
Isis, do you remember this?
No,
Oh,
I don't.
of course. Selectively doesn't remember this. He remembers
everything else.
Yeah.
He'll certainly never forget that it's debatable whether or not I sniffed Beth's panties at one point. He'll never forget that.
Whether you snaffed them, you snaffed them.
It's possible. Who could say?
You could say.
But he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I don't
remember
remember.
this.
I don't remember.
But to my point, thank you to Joel for doing a great.
Dude,
I know. I just rang on
wow.
myself.
I was going to say, is that the first ever to my own point?
It is.
Wow, I like that.
I had to redirect the conversation back to my point.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joel. One of the things that I heard that I totally had forgotten happened was the helicopter crash, and us analyzing this crazy helicopter crash that happened just mere feet from the ground.
Yeah.
And this took
Put it
place
down, sir.
during the Kadog days, because Kadog was in on the conversation. He pointed out that it was rotorcraft in a smug little Kadog way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, we were talking about how many hours this pilot had logged, and he's like, well, that could be a lot, but you don't know how many hours he's logged on rotorcraft. And we're like, fuck you, dude. You mean helicopters?
He did that on purpose,
Yeah,
didn't he?
just throwing that shit around. But this thing is so remarkable. I asked Isis to go back to this video because I didn't really remember the specifics of this. But can we watch this, Isis? Because what happens here is this guy apparently was practicing landing a normal-looking helicopter.
Yeah.
And he's just feet. And as we said in the best of bit we were doing, like, just let go of the handle and you'd
touch down.
It would seem you'd touch down. But
He's
instead
got
he goes,
the sleds like 2 feet off the ground.
Instead, he fucking goes berserk. The back rotor hits the ground. This thing tips over.
Just set it down, sir.
Yeah, just
set
let
it down.
go,
You're right
let
there.
go. Let go.
You're right there. Just set it down. When he starts bouncing this tail, though.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man.
Okay, you're on the ground. You're good. You're good. Just set it
And
down and good.
smack.
Oh, smack. No,
Uh-oh.
no, no.
Now he's over, and he just is going to start spinning. And it's the spinning. So look at that. It's so remarkable.
This went on forever.
Yeah.
The people inside,
The torture.
so dizzy.
The vertigo they are experiencing.
Does that look like a gas truck right there?
It is a gas truck right there. It doesn't just look like one.
Yeah.
It
I've seen-
absolutely is an airline fuel truck sitting right there.
And this thing spun for a long time.
I guess until it ran out of gas? I don't know.
What do you do?
Do you remember that video, though?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. We were fixated on how dizzy we would be. Like, we've all done that in the backyard as a kid, like put a bat down on the ground.
Dude, I'm dizzy just watching it.
Yeah. And then
would
spun
die.
around, and then
Yeah.
you walk around the backyard like an idiot. How do those like ice skaters do that, where they get on one toe and then?
You know, I think they say to focus on one spot and it reduces.
Yeah, I've tried that. That
Yeah.
doesn't work for me, anyways.
I think I've heard little sweet pie say that's what they say in dance. You know, when you twirl around, you're supposed to just look at one spot. I don't get it.
Like, still going.
How remarkable is
I
that?
wonder if they're dead at this point. Or does this like blow up?
barfing. Here, it's on fire, right? It's on fire. And the guy, and Isis aptly pointed out when we first watched this, why is this guy just filming? Like, hopefully he's already taken other
Thank
steps.
God he did.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, too many people turn it off at the very moment or right
Yeah.
after the moment of impact.
look at he's backing up now. Like, oh shit, this thing might actually blow up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you would think.
So thank
You
you,
would-
thank you to Joel. He did a bang up job again. I heard Gary the dead body expert on there. I hadn't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, Gary's always gross. Good for a few minutes of grossness out of Gary. Oh yeah, the body melts at all.
It'll actually pop.
Yeah,
It'll
You'll
blow.
hear a popping sound, and then the smell is absolutely overwhelming.
It's more the smell than how it looks.
His human skin and hair melts into each other, and then bone too. Gross. How we doing for email, Jay?
Do us some email, Mike.
Jesus has to get off to Ann Arbor. Super fans.
Yeah, he's got to go
Gonna
paint
run
his face.
Yeah.
We going blue base or yellow base?
No painting of the face today, although
Why not, E?
just too much work.
Did you hear that?
I
Phlegm?
did.
That whole
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah. That was like reminded me of the cough ball that the hair ball that
He'll often burp up.
No. Remember the Reverend?
Jackson
No. Reverend Sharpton.
or Sharp.
Al Sharpton. Remember him coughing up that hairball? Jesus, Bing that really quick while Jay's doing email. I have to hear.
I totally know what you're
fine
talking about.
Reverend cough up a hairball
Yeah.
in the middle of a talk.
I preferred Reverend Sharpton, the doughy supple one,
Track-suited one,
But
the
this
medallion.
one that you're about to bing is going to be a svelte,
California raisinette.
very much so.
Yeah, if you've got a box of raisins at home, pull one out. That's what we're looking at.
You got it, Jesus? Eric writes in
Yeah, I think
concerning the auto correction grievance that somebody wrote in about last week. Whoever sent in that grievance about auto correction on their phone, I'm calling stupid old man pussy. Just turn it off in your settings. Bing or Google it. It's not that difficult. Thanking you in advance for your prompt attention to this matter. And as always, God bless, says Eric. Now, here's the problem with this. I want it to autocorrect some stuff.
Yes.
I don't want to totally turn it off. I like it to grab stuff that makes sense, but I don't want it to grab the shit that doesn't make
Well,
sense.
there's one thing you can do, and that is...
You can teach it words, right? You
Well-
can select certain words.
Well, if you're going and typing in your text, there's that microphone button. So if you get to a word and it's like restaurant, you're like, fuck. You can hit that button and just go restaurant,
Yeah.
and it'll type it for you. So you can do stuff like that, like the talk to text or whatever.
So is this stupid old man and pussy? The autocorrect?
No,
grievance?
because I don't want to do that. It's
Maybe it is.
no,
Maybe
it's
it is.
not. Just let me misspell it, red underline it for me, and then I'll click on it and you give me options. That's all we need.
All right, you got this? The raisinette?
Yeah.
Reverend Sharpton, about to cough. Oh, Jesus.
Is that
There's
the?
like no lead up.
Is there a
It's just-
longer version-y? Like that? What's that 31-second one at the very top right? Very top right.
All
Yeah.
we got was the cough.
I hope that he just comes in and apologizes and just confesses ignorance.
Sharpton chokes on his own hate slow-mo.
Congressman Ryan never apologized directly. Did Paul
gulp.
Ryan apologize? Congressman Ryan
Let it go, E.
never apologized directly.
Never.
Did Paul Ryan apologize today or explain himself further?
Well, he did not apologize. He said that he miscommunicated.
Cough button, man. Slow mo.
It's like when your lawnmower's got too much grass in the blades,
Yeah.
and it finally shoots out, and then the thing can run properly again.
Yeah, he cleared it.
He got whatever that hairball was.
I like the gulp beforehand. I hadn't noticed that. It's sort of Richard Hendricks-esque from Silicon Valley, the most
okay.
recent episode.
I-
Have you
I-
guys seen? You haven't seen?
I've seen episode 1 of season 5, not episode 2.
Okay, I misspoke. It was the first episode, that I'm referring to, where he's gulping, like
Oh yeah. When he's got the
audibly
meeting the new-
gulping. God, that's annoying. That's annoying. The Beav writes in, a grievance has found me. Good morning, portly, courtly, and dopey. A grievance has found me. It's found me before, but I was recently reminded of it on a recent trip to Brazil. Start the clock. Fucking hate people, especially when traveling. Too many times people will just stop in the middle of an airport concourse, or worse, step off the escalator and then stand there to look around. Get the fuck out of my way. Thanks again for the best hours of my day, the Beav.
Thanks, Beav.
P.S. My wife just bought me the 2 greatest birthday presents, a TDC hat and TDC shirt.
Nice.
Thank you, Mrs. Beav. Is this a stolen grievance? Because I definitely grieved the lack of spatial awareness.
You have grieved that.
I think
but yours was set in a mall, I believe.
It doesn't matter where it's set. The
Yeah.
point is the lack of spatial awareness of others around us. I believe it was the grocery store. And people who will, as the Beav mentions, just stop in front of you.
Yeah.
Or turn tail, turn around right into you. Like, fuck, man.
I fault partly the grocery stores for making the aisles as narrow as they are, knowing that people are stopping every 10 feet to grab something or look for something. Like, you're there for a specific
Clearly
reason.
2 lanes, Mike.
There's 2 lanes, but it gives no wiggle room. We know how dumb people are.
I don't fault the grocery store at all.
I think they could.
They're
if
trying
they
to
had
maximize their product placement.
I understand that, but I'd pay an extra nickel for something just to widen that son of a bitch up a little bit.
How do you feel about the Beav? Or even the airport? Let's assume it's not stolen, which it is.
We were at the airport recently, and I noticed this behavior
Yeah.
where people, it's not a place people usually are. The airport, right? You're not there that often unless you're traveling a lot.
Here's the problem. It's interesting you say that because you have two distinct different people, I think. I think you have people like the Beeve who travel a ton.
Yeah.
So it's like they
know
fucking
it.
know it inside and out. They know exactly how to move through the space. Others are absolutely clueless.
Yeah.
And then there are the sprinkling of a few like us. I mean, we've been to the airport enough. We kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah. But people will stop and look at, just stop in the middle and look at a restaurant, or they'll look at those boards with the, where their gate is. You see a lot of that stuff, and it drives you nuts. But
there's a lot of unknowing searching for information.
Yeah.
And it's like they need it right now.
Yeah.
So they stop.
I don't know. I always feel like I'm very, very aware of my surroundings. Like you won't see me just stop in the middle of whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be on, those walking escalators they have.
Yeah, the ones you take all the time.
I love those things. But you'll notice that I will be on one side. I won't stop and stand in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
We all know that guy, don't we?
Yes, and it's like, dude, are you going to make me fucking, go around you, to ask to go around you? Like, I'm just aware that, okay, on one side is walk
Just
and one side is
simple
stop.
courtesy you would think everybody would be aware of, right? But yet we
Yeah.
have the left lane driver. I mean,
Right.
these people exist out there, and it is fucking annoying, Beeve. I'm
Yeah.
with you, dude, and that's why I grieved it a year ago.
Yeah. So we'll declare it a stolen grievance?
I think we need to.
Okay.
We'll
Fair
save
enough.
the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
Very good. All right, Isis, we'll get you off to Ann Arbor. I hope you're going to leave sooner than later, because if you go at 5, you're not getting into a bar.
I'm already going to be kind of screwed. There's already been people in line, but I'm going to do the best I can. So.
Okay.
I did this in 2016. And
The
it was,
Aut
it
is
was
where you want to be, Isis. A-U-T. So
I'm not
remember
going
that.
to the gay bar.
Dude,
you
the
asshole.
Aut in Ann Arbor is where you want to be. Great TVs, great
Well, if
food.
there's no line at the Aut, I guess that's where I'll go. If there's a bunch of
I think there's a dance floor.
right. If none of the gays are watching the game, I guess maybe that's where I'll
gays.
be.
I'm around my people. Enjoy the game, everybody. If you're listening to us live, go blue.
Sure.
Cool to bring home a national title.
Go blue.
And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. We'll see you then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.